The new Bond Street. NewTimes.com. Subscribe. Digital/home delivery. Log in. Register now. Help. Homepage. Today's paper. Video. Most popular. Edition. US/global. Search all NewTimes.com. Fashion style. World. US. NY/region. Business. Technology. Science. Health. Sports. Opinion. Arts. Style, fashion, style, dining, wine, home, garden, weddings, /celebrations, tea, magazine, global style, travel, jobs, real estate, autos. The new Bond Street. Photos by Jonathan Player for the New York Times. Channel. Top right. Has just opened its 12,600 square foot new Bond Street store, joining a gold rush on the street set off by Louis Vuitton in 2010. Trends have been setting records, forcing out long-standing tenants like Mallet Antiques. By Jennifer Conlon. Published, September 13, 2013. The new Channel store in London, which opened in June at 158159 New Bond Street, spans 12,600 square feet and boasts a 3-story dangling strand of cocoa-inspired glass pearls. On a Saturday several weeks ago, a group of Muslim women in silky white headscarves entered the VIP fitting room after a pot of tea in the lounge and a tour of a series of rooms decorated to replicate the Paris apartment of the famous designer. Tools for surviving London Fashion Week. The Collection, a fashion app for the iPad. The one-stop destination for Times fashion coverage and the latest from the runways. Download it from the app store. Follow us on Twitter. Follow @KnitFashion for fashion, beauty and lifestyle news and headlines. Lining the street outside the black and white awnings of Channel were numerous drivers dressed in uniforms, complete with caps and security earpieces, waiting patiently beside Jaguars, Bentleys and Maseratis, their eyes darting up and down the street as they waited for their employers to emerge from Burberry, Gucci, Boodles, Tiffany's and Esprit, to name just a few of the many luxury stores on Bond Street. When a parking meter attendant warned one chauffeur that a ticket would be forthcoming if he did not move his Rolls-Royce off the double yellow line, the driver dismissed him with a wave, the cost hardly worth the inconvenience to his boss. Welcome to Bond Street, or what the New West End Company, which represents 600 retailers in the area, calls the highest proportion of haute couture stores per square mile in the world. It is a figure that reflects the retail space race currently taking place between Uber brands on Bond Street. Next door to Channel, at 160 New Bond Street, Dior is in the process of renovating its upper floors in an effort to double its retail space. A short stroll away at number 135137, the finishing touches are being put on Belstaff's superstore set to open Sunday. The British brand, known for its motorcycle jackets worn by Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie, hopes its 25,000 square foot lodging to be called Belstaff House will give it the luxury label status it has been coveting. Soon, it will be joined by Fendi, which is set to open at number 141142 New Bond Street in November, followed by an improved Ermenegildo Zegna, which has won planning permission to demolish its store at 37 to 38 New Bond and rebuild with 60% more space. Setting off this trend was Louis Vuitton, which opened its 16,000 square foot megastore in May 2010 at 17 to 20 New Bond Street. Interestingly, it was designed by the New York biker rebel architect Peter Moreno, as was the new Channel store, and as is the coming Zegna and Dior. People are now calling this area the Golden Mile, said Tatiana Forkina, the chief executive of Hedonism Wines, a 10,000 square foot wine and spirits store with a chandelier made of 125 hand-blown Riedel wine glasses that opened in August 2012 around the corner on Davies Street. All the hedge fund offices, private bankers and top lawyers are based around here, Ms. Forkina said, as well as their clients and friends who like to shop while they are in London. Bond Street has long been a fashionable shopping thoroughfare and as such, no stranger to wealth. Established in 1683 by a developer, Sir Thomas Bond, the southern half, though technically called Bond Street, is now often referred to as Old Bond Street, while the northern section, added some 40 years later, has always been called New Bond Street. It is full of centuries-old brands, from auction houses like Sotheby's and Bonhams, to traditional stationery shops like Smith's and Marks.